Hello, I'm Nick Murphy, Director of Neighbourhoods for Southampton City Council. I'm very pleased to introduce this short film which explains about an exciting new service on offer for tenants and leaseholders in Southampton City Council's tower blocks. The Concierge service has already been installed in 6 tower blocks in Weston, and it's proved to be a great success. It's been so successful that we'd like to roll the scheme out and extend it to other tenants and leaseholders in tower blocks that live across the city. This short film explains a little bit more about the service, and hopefully you will find it interesting and informative.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm here to find out more about the Concierge service here in Southampton. I shall be interviewing local residents to find out how the service is affecting their lives, how it works, and what they think about it.
Hello.
Hi Felicity, it's Katie. I believe you're expecting me. Can you let me in?
Yeah, come in.
Hi Felicity, it's Katie. How are you?
Yeah, fine, I'm here, sure. Do you want a cup of tea?
I'd love a cup of tea, thank you very much.
Do you take sugar?
Yes, milk and brown sugar, thank you. So, thank you for the tea, this is lovely.
That's
How long have
okay.
you lived here for?
About 7 years.
And the concierge service has been around for a year.
Yeah.
So has it made much of a difference to you? Have you really noticed a difference with having it around?
Yeah, it's really good, I really do.
What's it done for you?
It's made me
particular?
feel safer.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because I used to have people buzzing me up at like late at night, and obviously I've got young children,
Yeah.
and it used to worry me because I couldn't see who it was.
Ah.
So it was knowing whether to answer it or not to answer it. Where now we've got cameras, so we can actually see who's actually.
You've got a video phone, don't you, in
Yeah.
your flat, so you can see immediately. And what happens when they come up on the screen? Do you have to speak to them?
No, you don't have to. No,
Okay.
you can only speak to them if you want to speak to them. I had a problem with my son a while ago that I lost him coming out of school and I couldn't find him.
Right.
And I went to my warden and she phoned through, and I had cameras all around the area looking for him, and I found that really helpful and safe. But
Wow.
eventually I found him because he was at his friend's house, so yeah, but I thought that was good.
Right, here we are in the control centre. This is a 24-hour service. We have a number of services operating out of the control centre. The first service here is the community alarm service, which is an emergency service for elderly and vulnerable residents in the city who might need some assistance, again 24 hours. And the concierge service, the housing concierge service, is sited at this side of the room. Can I introduce you to Louisa Dornan, who is one of our customer services advisors.
Hi Louisa.
Hiya.
So you are a customer services advisor,
Yeah.
and here we are in the control centre. So what exactly does your job entail? What do you have to do when you come into work on one of these shifts?
Right, well we monitor 6 tower blocks down at Western Shore at the moment. We do 8-hour shifts, so the control centre here is covered 24 hours a day,
Right.
7 days a week. We can also see inside the building, in the lifts, in the lobby areas.
So all the public areas, so by the door, in the lifts,
Yes,
in
yeah.
the foyers, and outside.
Yeah, the car parks.
So Louisa, what do you do if you witness on any of these CCTV footage any antisocial behaviour or criminal behaviour? What exactly would you do in response to that?
We, depending on what was happening really, we can phone 999 like anyone else, or we actually have a radio airwave direct to the police, depending on how serious the incident, or we could radio City Patrol and they can attend.
Now, the operators here in the control centre are obviously looking at footage on a day-to-day basis. You might be inclined, though, when you go home to discuss what you see on camera with your family and friends. So what do you say about that? How do you deal with that?
Well, confidentiality and privacy issues are very, very important to us here. We have a secure control room, so members of the public and other officers who have no reason to be in the control centre are not allowed to come in here. It's as simple as that. So it is a secure environment, and the staff that we employ here receive comprehensive training on issues such as data protection and the Human Rights Act, and they have to complete that training and have a full understanding of it, and the sort of values that they need to adopt in terms of privacy of our customers before they are allowed to operate the CCTV cameras here in the control centre.
Brilliant.
In addition to that, as a protection to the staff and a protection to our residents, the software that we have on our CCTV system allows us to cover up certain areas that perhaps are vulnerable, the private areas. We have external cameras that potentially would be able to look at somebody's window that could potentially view into their living room or bedroom, and in order to prevent our staff to be able to do that, we put what we call a privacy mask up so that they don't have the ability to look into the window. They can see if an object is thrown out of the window, for example, and that would be something that we would want to investigate. They'll be able to see which window it came from.
So how do the residents enter their own tower blocks? How do they get in?
Each resident has a number of these electronic key type things.
Right.
And when a resident is coming in and out, we can see on this screen here who has come in, because the information's stored on here, so when it's flashed in front of the screen it will come up here.
So it's electronically programmed, and do you do that here?
We do, yes.
Right.
Yes, we do that from here.
And what might happen if they lose one? How can they get in that way?
Well, as soon as we know that they've lost it, we'll automatically delete it from the system, so if somebody found one in the street or whatever, it wouldn't work anyway.
Okay,
It would
excellent.
be deleted and then they'd just be issued with a new one.
So what about, for example, if someone was just littering or graffiti? Can you do anything in that situation?
If it's a littering, not usually at the time, but what we would do is take photos of the faces of the person doing it.
So you can really get up close and get
and
a good lot of information.
Yeah, and send it through to the local housing office,
Right.
who will deal with it from there.
I'm here in the Copenhagen block as part of the Western Estate with two local police officers who patrol this beat to find out how the concierge service affects and assists them in their role in this local area. Thanks for agreeing to talk to me today. How are you both?
Not bad, thank you.
Good. Now, may I ask, firstly, how do you feel the concierge service affects you and assists you in your job in this area?
Well, since the concierge system has been fitted, we've identified lots of different people that perhaps have caused criminal damage, and it's assisted us identifying who is causing that damage, and it's meant sometimes with youths we're able to give them a caution to stop their behaviour. With the adults it might be that we have to put them through the court system.
Yeah, we've also been able to work with local schools, so we can identify them through the schools, because obviously they're the ones that have all the kids and pictures and things, so that's worked really well.
And what kind of feedback are you getting from the local residents? They speak to you about how effective they think the scheme is?
Yeah, I think I know that they've got sort of they can see the people who are downstairs ringing up to get into their flats, so that's
right.
quite a nice secure feeling for them. And it's just a safer feeling. I think they feel a bit better about going out and about. They know they're on camera and it's just a lot securer.
Yeah, definitely the same kind of comments back really. I think it makes them feel like a safe community, because they know that people can't just walk in and out as they please.
Yeah, and it's better than opening the heavy door on yourself. when you got bags, it's better. It's just opens, yeah.
Just press the open button.
And it's like safe and that, so like no hose.
So no kids like us can get in there.
Yeah.
I would say it's helped with juvenile problems, and certainly if there is juvenile problems, we can start identifying who it is that is causing those problems. We can look at ways of working with the children and their parents to stop them acting the way they were.
So in your opinion, would you say that the actual scheme is really a great help to yourselves in fulfilling your role in this area?
I think so, definitely, yeah. Makes it a lot easier, I think, because obviously before we didn't have any way of identifying people that are coming in causing criminal damage to the blocks, and now it's got pictures so they can't deny it, so it works really well.
Yeah, it's good hard evidence and they can't deny that, so, you know, it goes with us, yeah.
Rose, you're a warden here in the tower blocks here in the Western Estate. Do you think that the service has made a real difference to your job here and a difference to the residents as well?
I think it's made a difference that they feel safer. It's acted as a deterrent because the children know the cameras are about, so they're sort of on their guard anyway, but it's not intrusive. And it's also been quite helpful, you know, like when we've lost children or we're looking for things, or if we want to know something that's going on, we can phone up and say, did you see this? You know, was it something we should be reporting? So I think it's a good thing.
And is it helping you in your job? Is it making your job easier as the warden here on the estate?
I think so, because I think the general appearance of the place has changed because people aren't dropping rubbish and they're watching where they park, and there seems to be, I don't know, just a nicer atmosphere down here. It's lighter at night and it's just generally a nice place to be.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Katie.
May I come in?
Of course you can.
Thank you very much. That's lovely, thank you.
Husband's just getting a cup of tea. Would you like to come and sit down?
I'd love to. Yeah. Lovely to meet you both.
Nice to see you in person.
Thank you. Now, tell me, how long have you both lived here for?
This is the 29th year in this flat.
Wow, you love it. It's a wonderful flat.
Before that, I was higher up. I've been here since the block opened.
And when was
40
that?
odd years ago.
Really? So you are a wonderful personal example to tell us whether this concierge system has actually made a difference not only to yourselves but to the whole block and the local environment.
Yes.
So what has the concierge service done for you?
It's got rid of the noisy little characters.
Yes.
Outside. It's made it safer to walk around at night with the lights.
And you really feel that? So
Yes, indeed.
yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't go out once upon a time, even if I.
No, you're frightened to go out.
Yeah, just to go to a neighbour's or anything in the next block. No.
Really? Well, that's amazing.
But it is fine. Yes, with all the lights now.
Great.
Yes,
and how about
very
your neighbours and friends and family? Do they feel the same?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Yes,
And
we've had lots of comments about friends who come down to see us and say, well, it's a lot better down here now, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yes, it is.
Yes, because a lot of people wouldn't sort of come because of the area. You know, we know we're coming to see you. You know, but it's the area as such. So I think we've been lucky, haven't we? Really.
We have indeed. Yeah.
It's overcome that. Oh, excuse me. Sounds like the door. Hold on. Hello, Frank. Hi. Hello. Come on in, Katie.
Hi, Frank.
Hello, this is Katie.
I'm Katie. How are you? Nice to meet you. Do you take a seat?
Can I take your coat?
Yes.
It's a bit warm in here.
Very nice in this place.
We've just been discussing the concierge service, actually. And I'm here today just to find out a bit more about it and how it works and if it's really made any difference to the local residents here in the tower blocks, and find out really whether it's achieving its specified aims and goals. So what's your experience been of it?
It seems pretty good. The cameras are there. The door entry system works. The only time I had to call the concierge, they responded very quickly and positively.
How do you really feel about the presence of these cameras in your local vicinity?
Well, it's not an imposition on thieves who can't get away with it.
Exactly.
It's not an imposition on people who don't have anything to hide.
No, that's very true.
So,
no problem with it.
well, it has to have a positive result that way.
Yes. So if you had the choice about if someone offered you the system and the service and said, would you like it or would you not? What would you say?
Oh,
to
we
that?
go for it every
I'd go for
time.
it.
Good Lord, it does help the environment, doesn't it?
It
Really,
does indeed.
It's very, very safe for all of us in lots of ways.
It's been fascinating to discover more about the concierge system here in Southampton. It's obvious that it's not only improved the environment and also safety and security for local residents, but it's also assisted local wardens and police officers to detect and deter antisocial behaviour.
The success of Weston is really summed up to me from one resident who said that the introduction of the concierge service had made the tower block feel like her home again. I'm sure it's got that potential for people across Southampton.